Let's talk about reality. What is reality? The transition between something and nothing. The transition when something moves into nothing is reality. The space that is unrecognizable, unknowable, unidentifiable, unimaginable between what we perceive as form and space into a complete emptiness, a complete nothingness. That state between the whole spectrum of positive and negative. When positive goes before negative comes, and when negative goes before positive comes, the space in between is reality. Now your mind, human mind, cannot actually get some sort of grip on that because it only deals with opposites. The human body and mind can only experience and relate to this something or nothing scenario. So, how can we experience it? How can we experience reality? If body birth is not reality, if body death is not reality, if the other side is not reality, the empty space, the soul, the spirit, not reality, everything that we can imagine, fantasize, and speculate, assume is not reality. So how can we experience reality? Because the thing, the form that tries to experience reality is not real. These words are very revelational, and they will not be considered because the mind is the only thing that can consider anything, that can evaluate, that can analyze, that can research. The space between breath in, space out is reality. So reality is happening every single moment, in between breaths, in between thoughts, in between form and space interacting. Every moment, you see. If you could draw an invisible line between space and form, the space would be reality. At the meeting point. So it's happening every moment, but we're not really aware of it. We're only aware that we are form because we believe that we are form. We're only aware of space because we believe that that is space and that this form is separate from the space. Let me give an example. When you've heard the term flatline, yeah, it's reality. Flatline, now please listen to this, is a concept. It's an idea. Anything that we speak about, even this, is a concept or an idea. Or is it? Is this one a concept, an idea? How can we diagnose? Because we're using mind to diagnose. How can you experience reality? And most will say you cannot experience it. because it's neither form nor formlessness. It's neither stability nor is it movement. It's neither this nor is it that. It's neither man nor is it woman. It is neither experience or action, because an experience and an action has to have two things: the experiencer and the experience. There has to be a discussion, a communication. There has to be two things, see, to experience reality. That's the point, you see. The in-breath and the out-breath. In-breath, birth. I'm born. Out-breath, death. I'm gone. Every single thing is two-way. And the two-way can identify reality by experiencing itself two-way and understanding itself two-way. So if you understand yourself as a form, can you understand yourself as a space? If you understand yourself as something, can you understand yourself as nothing, no thing? Once the understanding between the two comes, you'll realize self-realization, self-inquiry, enlightenment. You realize something witnesses in-breath and out-breath. Flat line, middle state. Has to be flat line, you see. You cannot experience, this body and mind cannot experience flat line unless it knows about flat line. See, when you go into hospital, your body and mind, and you're attached to these machines that keep this body and mind alive, it fluctuates in, out, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Every time it goes up and goes reverses to go down, it crosses flat line. Even the machines show it. So at some point, flat line, at every point, flat line is there. Without flat line, no up and down, you see? Only up, gone. Only down, gone. Up, birth. Down, death. Flat line, reality. When body and mind fades in the hospital, on the machinery, machine goes poop, 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 beep. Body and mind experiences this state that it has always been, and it fades away, turning into dust eventually, turning into the atmosphere eventually. Yeah, flat line still exists. The flat line can go nowhere. The flat line is here. The flat line is now. The flat line is the one moment. The flat line is reality. There is no escape from reality. You'll be happy to know. You'll not be able to say, oh, it's me, Graham, in every single moment, time moment of this existence, whether you are birth, death, or flat line. Because every time it fluctuates, whilst you're in the body, you are being reborn. You see? Every in-breath, reborn. Hence why you don't look the same in any 2 moments. In any 2 moments. You can show photographs of yourself as a child, you don't look like that now. You can show a photograph of 10 seconds ago. you won't look like that when you look at the photograph now. You see, fluctuation of flat line means coming and going of soul or mind or ideas or thoughts or concepts that is crossing through flat line. Flat line is the axis. It goes horizontal. It does not. It's an idea that it goes horizontal. It may go vertical, like I. It may go infinite. You see? You cannot speak about what it is through mind, because flat line means cease, stop. We have been conditioned into believing that flat line, we can perceive it, you see. I have given examples of hospital. We can perceive it, flat line, death. An idea, a concept. There's not such a thing as death. Out with flat line. There's not such a thing called birth within flat line. Birth is a fluctuation, a peak it experiences. The triangle is all that exists. This mirror is flat line. You have to use examples, you see. Let's say it's horizontal. Yeah? It's an idea. That's an idea. That's a perception. That's a thought. Flat line. Before flat line was invented, before some human being came up with the idea that flat line, when this week is death, it did not exist, you see. Everything that we speak is an idea, a concept of what it is. There is no thing taking place without reality. Being at the root, at the core. Reality, the root, the core is flat line. When this body goes, it will fade. The machine will go, and the body will fade back into the earth. The one inside, like the space between the thoughts, or the space between the breaths, or the space between the on-off switch on a light, expands, and for a moment, another experience, another transition between flat line and then boom, boom, again. See? Before your body and mind was born, you were something else, but some sort of life, you see? All of this is encased, this flat line and this up and down peak of birth and death is encased with consciousness and life, you see? This is the thing that holds it all together. You were life before. And now, when you came into the body, you are now life coming and going. You are dying every moment. You are being born every moment. But dying and being born are simply ideas. Because to die means you return to flat line. You return to this reality state. So you're experiencing it every day when mind is not thinking, when body is not breathing. And body is not breathing at the in-between state, you see. That is why many have out-of-body experiences. The out-of-body experience means no up, no down. Breath stops. And flat line, reality is seen. And then they come back and they spoil it all by telling a story. The story is pointless, you see. The story is the mind being born again and up and down, you see. You won't understand any of this. You won't understand any of what this is saying, this speaker is saying, because the flat line is the axis, is the stability, is your trueness, your realness, your aliveness. And you experience it every moment. That is why meditation and yoga and all these practices that slow the breath down, there is a sensation of disappearing. Where did I go? What happened? Yeah? That disappearing, that sensation is reality. But you won't experience it coming back when body and mind goes. Only flat line into next life. You see, whatever it is. I'm not saying it's form or it's formlessness, but you cannot escape life. You are the creator of life. This flat line is allness. This animated flat line strip is a mirror that cannot be touched. It is infinite, limitless, always here, always existing. It cannot go anywhere. It cannot be destroyed. And you are that. So everything that comes from life, as experience, you are behind it all. We are God. We are this mirror, this holy thing that holds everything as it is. And yet we try to change it in our human form. But don't worry, that's just a dream, another concept, another idea. Namaste.